Guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Well, today, guys, I'm going to give you some first impressions and we'll do a quick unboxing of this KAK Industries or KAK Industries Shockwave Blade stabilizing fin for the AR-15 pistol. I ordered it from Primary Arms. It took about a week to get here, so we're going to take a look at that and see I'll give you my overall impressions of it, see what I think about it, and if all goes well, it'll properly mount to the Palmetto State Armory pistol AR-15 lower. Okay, it's a Magpul edition. And again, we've got a Radical Firearms 10.5-inch upper. I did make a slight change from this in the last video that you saw. I had some NC Star flip-up iron sights mounted on that on the pistol. Well, now I have some imitation Magpul MBUS sights. Okay, they're fake. They're clone versions of the Magpul MBUS sights. They're not nearly the quality or precision, but I simply just want to know, will they function and will they hold zero? I don't plan on leaving these on here. I would actually trust my life more to the NC Star flip-up iron sights, believe it or not, because I've mounted those on a few different ARs before and they've always held zero. So we're just going to see how well those function when we get this out on a range test. All right, let's go ahead and open up the box and see what it looks like. Okay, as always, we want to ensure that the firearm is in fact loaded before we do any kind of work or even handling of the firearm. So go ahead and take out your magazine. Okay, check your chamber. All clear. All right, and we will go ahead and continue. All right, I think I paid $35 for the Shockwave Blade. They normally run anywhere between $42 and $48. I'm a little frustrated by retailers that charge $48 for the Shockwave Blade because according to KAK Industries' website, they only are supposed to be charging $42.95, which is the retail price, the new retail price for that fin. But you know, business can choose whatever they want for their products when they sell them. Okay, it's nicely packed. Get my invoice out of there. Okay, just simple, nothing real crazy here. Just comes in a plastic bag. Okay, seems like a sturdy polymer. Let's go ahead and get this out. And there's kind of an interesting ruling on these stabilizing fins versus your stabilizing braces, like your SIG braces and SB braces and so on. The way that the ATF treats these really isn't much different from those SIG braces, but I do want to talk about the legality of shouldering the firearm, the pistol, once you've mounted this brace. Very hard polymer, very reminiscent of something that Magpul might produce. This is your screw that you can use to tighten to mount it. Now, there is actually a KAK Industries or Shockwave Technologies. I keep saying KAK Industries. I think that's what it's called. But there is their own particular proprietary buffer tube you can get for this that has special notches cut into it that will allow this to properly adjust and mount and lock into place. But it's supposed to mount onto any AR-15 pistol buffer tube as long as it isn't more than, I think, 1.25 inches in diameter. So overall, though, impressions of this seems decent. I think it's going to do the job. All right, so let's go ahead and see how it mounts up, and we'll go from there. It's just a regular Allen screw, hex screw, whatever you want to call it on the bottom. It shouldn't be too tough to mount. I'm going to make sure not to over tighten this, and I believe that you're not supposed to use red Loctite when you put this on. You're only supposed to use blue. You're not supposed to mount it in a way that it's going to be like hard mounted or permanently mounted where it cannot be easily unmounted or taken off, just according to some of the ATF ruling. Just a lot of crazy rules over just a piece of plastic. It really does kind of blow my mind. So, all right, let's see how this bad boy mounts. Okay, guys, the mounting is pretty simple. Like I said, you've got this little hex nut on the bottom here, and there's a little head that'll come up through the hole here that will lock the nut onto the buffer tube when you mount it. Okay, so just go ahead and put that on the back. Just slides right on. So that is a Palmetto State Armory, just standard pistol buffer tube. It's just basically what you get when you buy a Freedom or Classic lower. Now, according to the ATF's rules, you don't have to worry about this being considered a rifle or short barrel rifle SBR, so long as your length of pull does not go longer than 13.5 inches. I guess if you keep it under 13.5 inches, it is going to discourage you from shouldering the firearm, according to the ATF. So I've got it mounted so it's basically flush with the rear of the buffer tube, so that the buffer tube's not sticking out, so that it is nice and just flat on the rear. And let's go ahead and measure that and see what we're dealing with here. Okay, so the rear of the Shockwave, it's like between 10 and 10.5 inches. So because it's less than 13.5, I could take it out a little bit further if I wanted to. In fact, I probably will do that here just because the longer I'm able to take it out, the more comfortable it's going to be for me to use. Notice I didn't say shoulder, but we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, that's about 11 inches right there. Let's go ahead and take it in just a little bit. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just tighten it there, and then we'll come right back and see what it looks like when we get done. So all you gotta do is just flip it over. You can maybe mark it with a piece of tape if you want to, or just simply hand tighten it, whatever you wanna do, and get that bolt locked into place on the buffer tube. So there you have it, guys. This is a veteran design, manufactured and sold product. I highly recommend it for your AR-15. It looks like it's going to be solid. It feels just like a stock, although it's an accessory for a pistol. Let's just get that out right now. Now, the big question is will I shoulder this AR-15 pistol in upcoming videos? Absolutely. Why? Because as of April 25th, 2017, the ATF says it is okay to do so with the pistol stabilizing fin, so long as, number one, you don't permanently red Loctite the bolt, okay, whatever you want to call it, the bolt or the set screw. You just simply use blue Loctite and you're going to be all set. And number two, you make sure that your length of pull does not exceed 13.5 inches. As long as you're meeting those two conditions according to the ATF, again, as of April 25th, 2017, you can shoulder the AR-15 pistol. Again, why? Because it's considered a pistol. It does not change its type of definition of firearm simply because you've added an accessory. It's still a pistol, okay? It still meets all the criteria for pistols. Registered as a pistol. It doesn't exceed any of the specifications that the ATF says that a AR-15 pistol is required to have. So yes, I will be shouldering it, just to let you guys know, and it's okay. If it's ever illegal to shoulder it, I would definitely come out with another video saying, hey, you know, ATF ruling has changed. You should not be shouldering this in your videos, or you should not be shouldering this at the range, and so on. So there you go, guys. I want to thank you for joining me today. Please like or subscribe. You can follow me over at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also over on gunchannels.com with the Ordinary Average Guy Gun Channel. We do have a podcast called Caliber Corner that is on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m., so make sure you do check that out. It's going to be a little while before I get this out to range, probably about a week or two, but we'll break it in with just some short distance shooting and some longer distance shooting, and we'll just see how well this Radical Firearms 10.5-inch upper performs, as well as just the overall comfort level of shooting the pistol with the stabilizing fin from Shockwave Technologies. All right, so there you have it, guys. I want to thank you for watching. Please like or subscribe. Guys, I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.